Alright, well, here are some of my favorite accessories that I find are really useful, especially if you don't know you need them. Um, like, I went for a long time without a dosing funnel, and I would just be like, for my Eureka Specialita, I think I would just hold it like over there. Actually, yeah, for the Vario too. I had started with the Vario and the Specialita. It's my second grinder basically. Um, I didn't use the portafilter fork, so I was just holding it. um, but yeah, I'd always end up, it makes a pile. You get a little overspray. This keeps it a lot neater. This is the Lagome P64 one by Option O, and the good thing about this is it's magnetic, so you can, sometimes you tap down and it doesn't fall off. That's how you kind of level off your grounds. The other accessory related, so this is a WGT tool, 3D printed. They're pretty cheap, easy to make, easy to put together, relatively. I mean, it takes a few tries or a little practice getting the needles through. I've made a few and resold them to people who don't want to deal with making them themselves. So you just use this to stir the coffee grounds, kind of levels it off, breaks up any clumps, and combined with a funnel, that way you don't make any mess. And tap it down, and you're good to either remove and then tamp. So it's a little dirty. This one's the Normcore self-leveling tamper. This one's actually not for this guy. It's for this Europiccola 51 millimeter size. It kind of rests on the edge, and then you just push it down. Easy and always level. So this one actually got this case for it, which came with the 58 millimeter version that I had before. But I do have this. This one's for the 58. This is the decent. It's basically the same thing, except the decent one doesn't have weight calibration, so you basically push as hard as you need to, and you're in control of how much pressure it applies onto the coffee. I kind of like that better because you get more feedback. You can feel the coffee being compressed. If you're using a giant deep basket and you're not putting enough coffee in and it's not hitting and compressing the coffee, you'll be able to feel it, and you'll tell that you're not really tamping it. That's the only downside to these self-leveling tampers, is they only have a certain range. But as long as you're, like this little guy, I put in 16 grams, 15, 14 grams I've put in before, and it's fine. For this one with a stock basket, it's like an 18 gram basket. I put in 15, 16, and it works fine with the decent, so it's deep enough. Similarly to the decent funnel I was showing you earlier, it was also decent brand. Where's that one? This guy. Oh no, sorry, this isn't decent. I had a decent one. I think I still have it. Yeah, I think I'm selling the decent one. Oh no, I have a decent knockoff. That's what I have. The non-magnetic one. So I like this one better because for more portafilter forks, this one will fit better. Right now the thing's in the way. But I mean, this one's made for this grinder, but it also works on this grinder. The decent one has a little bit of a wider exterior, so what happens is it obstructs the forks on a lot of grinders. It's not as universally acceptable as the Lagome P64 one. I actually have two of these right now because I bought one, ordered an extra one after I sold my first P64, the silver one, which I regretted, and then I bought another used black P64 here. That one came with the accessory again, so now I have two. I might sell the extra one. And I do have extra ones of these. These are magnetic. The only downside, these are for the 51mm Europiccola. I like them, but because they're stainless steel, these are heavy. If it was aluminum, it would be good. The downside is because it's so heavy, it will fall off if you turn it upside down. The weight of the thing overrides the weight of the power of the magnets. So yeah, it needs either neodymium, whatever they're called, the strong magnets, or it could just be made out of simpler, lightweight aluminum, but this is like heavy stainless steel. I believe this is aluminum. It's like, this is the perfect strength of magnet. It's like not hard to, it will hold itself up upside down. I probably don't want to shake it hard, otherwise it will fall off. But yeah, it's like the perfect strength. It's not annoying to remove. I don't have to fight it. It's easy. And it sticks on relatively well. Because it's a lightweight aluminum, it doesn't have the same issue as this. I bet you the magnets are probably about the same strength, just this is so much heavier. Yeah, and the other thing, puck screens. I like these 50 ones because they have one side that's really finely filtered and the other side is kind of coarse. That way you can kind of have the same side always touching the coffee, which I do the fine side because I feel like it's going to get less saturated with less coffee oils or particles at least. But sometimes they do get on this side, so you still need to soak them and wash them occasionally. I feel like these will stay cleaner a little longer just because of the finer mesh. But for some reason, most of the stores that sell the 58mm and any size puck screens, they're usually 150 I don't know why. I don't think it has any effect on the coffee quality. But yeah, I don't know. So I have a few of these 50 ones which have the finer mesh. And here's one in 58mm size. So yeah, they are in 58. They're also in 53. Same idea. Just really fine mesh. It's probably hard to see on video. So yeah, those are the things I like. Oh yeah, one more thing. This is, these are really neat. So basically for weighing coffee, and I found this is kind of necessary for something like this grinder. So you basically, for single dosing, I weigh them out. I, pour the coffee into this, and I'm getting pretty good at measuring, like kind of guesstimating 16, 18 grams, whatever I'm trying to get. I'm usually pretty close. Sometimes I'll just grab a couple of extra beans, throw them back in. If I go over. But yeah, for something like the key that has this little opening, I mean, you could take this off and then you gotta put it back on. So this works nicely because you just kind of shake it like that and they all come rolling out. I don't do RDT, otherwise it might get a little sticky. That's the thing I don't like about RDT, where you spray it with water, it makes the coffee kind of stick. So I don't do that. I don't feel like I need to. I did clean up these grinders with the vacuum, so can't really demonstrate how messy it is, but the P64 is pretty clean. The DF64, I removed its declumper. It's not here, it's in the other room. That one's a little messy, I find, especially when you hit the bellows, it does dust a little. Even though I have this is another accessory I have. So this is custom designed for the DF64. It works with the stock DF64 cup. It's a little dirty, but it also works with the P64, which is nice. And if you go like this, it kind of locks in. But you don't, because the spout kind of gets in the way. But like this, easy to remove, easy to add on, and no place for grounds to escape. Works the same way on the DF64, and I've adjusted these forks so it works with the monolith too. So that's handy because the monolith also it shoots out kind of like a shotgun. It's not like a steady, neat stream. So it's good to have something where it's hard to miss miss the cup. Yeah, so these are handy. On the DF64, it does vibrate a little. It will, like, you know, touch the spout a little sometimes. So that's the one downside. And also, if you have static, you know, a little bit will stick. I think I wiped this off, actually. I just didn't wipe the dosing cup. So yeah, those are my my accessories I recommend that kind of make your workflow a little nicer, easier. I didn't mention the puck screens. They really help with knocking the puck out. I end up with like a nice dry puck. It also may help with extraction evenness. I think it kind of negates your tamping force. If you don't tamp hard enough, the puck screen underneath the water pressure will kind of push down on the coffee bed and act as a secondary tamp. So I think it kind of takes tamping force out of the equation, although I don't know if tamping force is really that much of a variable anyway. And yeah, and I probably should change my rice because it's been a while, but this is what I keep. I keep this in a very elegant, classy solution, I know. But yeah, it works. It cleans off the needles, having a little cup of rice, and also keeps it upright, and you have a lot lower chance of stabbing yourself with these sharp needles. So yeah, I like it. It works. It's just need more space on my workstation. So I also have an HG2 Weber hand grinder, which is basically the same thing as the key, and I have that listed for sale. Oh no, I don't. I have the key listed for sale, but I can go sell either one. And I might be selling the puck press because yeah, I don't mind tamping. I mean, if you're in a professional environment where you're tamping hundreds of shots a day, then it can cause wrist strain, but it's a little overkill to have a puck press for home use, I find. It is nice to use. It works well. I like it. It's kind of fun to just have the robot tamp for you. But yeah, definitely not necessary. I need more space, and yeah, hopefully get some cash back. So yeah, gonna list those for sale. Almost forgot. Knockbox. So I used to have a fancy stainless steel one with a rubber coated bar, but I found it was annoying to hit, because basically the bar gets in the way, the bar gets worn, the bar kind of works, it splashes back the coffee puck. It doesn't have room to fall into the thing until it kind of breaks in half, or maybe I'm just not using the knockbox right, but that's the way it seems. You knock it on the bar, and then where does the coffee go? It has to break in half, or like the way most of them are designed, the bar's going in the middle. So like, where are you gonna hit it? It has a small space for it to fall on either side. Not the best design. This one, let's get this off. So yeah, so this, it's kind of, maybe it's because I started without a knockbox, and I would basically hit on the edge of my sink like this. So this is kind of continuing the same process. It just seems more intuitive, because now you're tapping on the edge here. The puck has a lot of space to fall into the basket without splashing on anything, and yeah, it just makes more sense to me. Yeah, this is another accessory. This is for if you have a low countertop and you don't have room for filling your water reservoir, then this is a handy little funnel. Here's the box for the knockbox. The one thing they could have made better is they could have made this more rubbery, so it's softer, maybe some softer feet. It's kind of just cheap plastic, but it works. It doesn't feel that bad. It's soft rubber, but it's not like the softest, but I do find it is pretty durable. Like, I haven't noticed any wear on the one that I've been using for probably 2 years now.